Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to Edina High School. We're coming to you from the upper gymnasium, and we're going to get started here in just a minute. We're running just a few minutes behind. We've got to get the national anthem going. My name is Todd Doroff. We've got Jeremy Hips with us. Hey, Jeremy. So it's a triangular tonight. We've got Edina hosting Eden Prairie in the first match, and then we've got Shakopee will be facing off against Eden Prairie second, and then Edina and Shakopee in the nightcap. We've got some strong wrestlers coming in for each of the teams. Shakopee is ranked number 3 in Class AAA. They are the 3-time defending state champion. They're bringing in 6 ranked wrestlers. We've got Edina coming in with 2 ranked wrestlers. Landon Neville at 132 pounds is ranked 4th. Gavin Falk at heavyweight is ranked 7th. And we've got Eden Prairie coming in with 2 ranked wrestlers as well. Number 1 in the state at heavyweight. We've got Will Sather, and they also have a 170-pounder that is ranked as well. That is Ja'Cory Bates, ranked 8th. So we're going to get the national anthem going here pretty soon. We'll be back with you in just a minute. All right, folks. We are having some technical difficulties. There's not a microphone here in the gym. Jeremy, did you bring a microphone with you today? All right. So next time when we're coming to a match, we're going to make sure we bring a microphone that might work. We had to run over and just do an announcement to the fans over on the other side to stand for the national anthem. We got the national anthem in, and we're going to get set and ready to go for some wrestling here. Jeremy, we've got Edina versus Eden Prairie here in this first match. This is a conference and a section match. What do you think is going to be a big deal here for these wrestlers coming in?
Well, I think they're pretty well. Yeah. Looks like we got Duel for the match. Edina's going to get a forfeit to start at 106. We got a Duel for 13. And it looks like we'll first round match will be started off for Edina versus Justice Bates.
Yep, and you know what? Actually, on the weigh-in sheets, it looks like Eden Prairie did have a kid that weighed in at 113 pounds. I believe that Edina had one kid weigh in there as well. Not sure how much experience those kids have or if they're actually even going to be coming out for a match. Kind of a lot of jockeying around between these teams. They are conference foes. They are section foes. They certainly want to come out, make a good impression here at the start of the season.
Yeah, I think we got a premier matchup in this duel. Will Sazer, number 1 for Heavyweight, versus Gavin, I think it's number 8.
He's number 7 right now. He got moved up. Yep. You got it. This is going to be.
With the big ranked matchup,
you got it. That's going to be a good match. Number 1 ranked heavyweight in the state of Minnesota in Class AAA, Will Sather, going against Gavin Falk. That'll be up at heavyweight. Here we go. We've got at 106 for the Hornets. We've got Anthony Nichols. Anthony's an 8th grader. Joined the Hornets for the first time this year. He's got a strong record right now. I think Anthony only has 1 loss on the season so far. Looks like. We've got a forfeit here. Yep. So, Jeremy Hips, thanks for joining us. I want to make sure we introduce you. My name's Todd Doroff. Hornets go up 6-0 with a forfeit at 106. Now we've got 113 pounds here. Each of the coaches are coming up to the head table. Sounds like we've got Hassan Bashir for Eden Prairie, and it looks like we've got Nathan Grill for Edina. Looks like Bashir coming in for Eden Prairie. Grill, a 7th grader. Nathan Grill did weigh in at 113 pounds. And we're going to have our first match here, folks, at 113. Looking forward. Our first action here at Edina High School this season, 2021-2022. Looks like we've got Grill and Bashir both kind of positioning, trying to get tied up how they want. Grill keeps moving forward. You like to see that. You got it. I like to see that. Yep. Nathan Grill's first varsity action here. Hey, we've got a stall warning on Bashir. Grill keeps moving forward. Got a stall warning on Bashir. Grill seems to be the aggressor here to start. Bashir's going for a leg attack. No takedown yet. No takedown yet. Grill doing a nice job getting those legs back. See if he can get behind Bashir. Our ref, Ronnie Schneider here, doing a nice job, not calling anything too quick right now. Grill's trying to get behind. There, he got a 2-point takedown. He's running a half Nelson. Let's see if he can get up on those toes and keep them inbounds. They've got to keep 2 points of contact. Keep 2 points of contact inbounds, and it looks like they're going to go out of bounds right now. Jeremy, there's 50 seconds left. Scores 2-0. Grill leads Bashir. That was a great scramble. Like, we've got some injury time here. Injury time. Looks like Bashir's shoelaces are untied. That is the first time that happens. There is no warning in this. That's a technical violation. Grill picks up a point. Grill now leads 3-0. 50 seconds left first period. Jeremy, like to see that when Grill comes out first varsity match ever. Pretty aggressive. A lot of pressure, big conference match, section meet. Like to see it though. They're just gonna throw him out there, and he's stepping up to the challenge right now. He gets out there and he was aggressive. We do have a good crowd. This is by far the most people we've seen in 2 years now. Last year we had pretty limited spectators. All right, here we go. 50 seconds left. Grill's on top right now. He's trying to bring Bashir back down to the mat. He does that nicely. He's going for that left-handed half Nelson. Going for a cradle. Looks like he's got a cradle. Nope. Bashir does a nice job clearing those hands. 30 seconds left. Scores 3-0. Grill leads at 113 pounds. Hornets are leading the duel 6-0 right now. Bashir comes up with a 2-point reversal. 17 seconds left. Bashir not putting in the left-handed half Nelson. Yeah, I think they did. I think you're right. Oh, here we go. Grill with a reversal right toward the end of the first period. 5 seconds left. We just want him to sit there and hold everything tight. That's the end of the first period. Great first period right here for Nathan Grill in his first ever high school match for Nathan Grill. Edina Prairie coach was trying to ask for a takedown, but we cleared that up for him. There was no takedown for Bashir to start the match. It was a takedown, Edina. 1-point technical violation. Edina Prairie got a reversal. Edina got a reversal right at the end. So we are going into period number 2. Grill chooses up. Did he choose up there, Jeremy? It looked like. All right, here we go, guys. 5-2. Grill trying to bring Bashir back down to the mat. Refs watching closely to make sure that he's bringing him down. Make sure he doesn't get caught for clasping. Doing a good job getting those hips up. Bashir does a nice job on a standing switch. There's 2-point reversal for Bashir. These guys are really going back and forth. 2 back-to-back reversals. Yeah, he is. He's going to that left-handed half. If you can just keep him in the circle there, Jeremy, if you can keep him in the mat, we're going to look how he's going to put in. He's going to get called for a full Nelson. We got 7-5. Score is 7-5. There's a minute 19 left here in period number 2. Grill leading. Two-point match here. There's not quite halfway through the second period. Yeah, that's just some experience right there. Just some inexperience at this level. That's all right. He's going to learn. He's doing a nice job of holding on to Bashir here. It is now another technical violation for clasping. So score is 7-6. 7-6. Let's see if Grill can get a good breakdown here. Bashir's been standing up real quick on the whistle. Getting a roll. If Grill can catch him on his back there, maybe he can run a barbed wire here if he pulls that other arm across. See if he goes to a crossface. He's working. Oh, maybe go to a cow catcher there, Jeremy, if he can get underneath. $40 seconds left here in period 2. Bashir's coming up with the leg, but Grill did a nice job. Get your hips up to his back. 22 seconds left. There, see if he can get some near fall. Caught him. This is there. Drive over to him. There he goes. Nope. Oh, Bashir's coming for a reversal. He did get a 2-point reversal with 5 seconds left here in period number 2. And Grill gets an escape. We are all tied up, folks. It is 8-8. This is a high-scoring, quick-moving match right now. This is a great way to start the duel. Yes. It's 8-8 going into the third period. Eden Prairie has their choice. They're choosing down. These guys are giving everything they got. They both look tired right now. Let's see who can pick up a little gas in the tank and see if they can finish this third period here. Bashir up on his. Looks like Grill's got a leg. Bashir's got a leg. They're both kind of working it. I think Grill's going to look, see if he can get some near fall. I think there is right here. It looks like it. He's getting awfully close. These guys are scaring. They're both going after it. All right. Bashir gets an escape. It is now 9-8. There's a minute 30 left. This is a close match right now, Jeremy. It's anybody's match. There we go. There's a 2-point takedown, and there should be some strikes. Nope. All right. Grill is up 10-9. We've got a minute 13 left. I don't think we've seen the last of the score in here. Going for that half Nelson. See if he can get out there. I think. Yeah, use that chest to push him. Make sure he doesn't get a full Nelson in. If he takes that one out, put the other one in. He's up by a point. There's 50 seconds remaining. This is a heck of a match for us to start this duel out. Nathan's trying to dig. Yeah, that does. There's some points. One. No, he only got a 1 count. There's 26 seconds left in this match. 10-9. Grill leads. 20 seconds remaining. Grill's trying to dig that half Nelson. No, he got a 1 count. 1 swipe. There's 13 seconds left. Grill's just got to hold on here, Jeremy. Now he's running it. 4, 3. That is going to be the match. Nathan Grill winning his first ever varsity match as a 7th grader. 10-9. What a match we had there. Holy cow. It's going to be a barn burner. Wow. That was a 1-point match. Grill from Edina pulls it out. Edina goes up 9-0 on the team score. All right, at 120 pounds now, we've got Troy Doroff coming out for Edina, and for Eden Prairie, we got Justice Bates. What a match we just had at 113 pounds. Talk about a nail biter. You'll remember that forever. And I tell you what, the crowd that we have here, they got their money's worth watching that. What a match that was at 113. All right, we've got Doroff versus Bates here at 120 pounds. Doroff coming in with a 5-2 record. Looks like he's got the cradle locked up. He's going to bring him over. He's going to get some points and some near fall here. Reminiscent of some Little Falls Wilsett cradles. It looks like he might have the arm in there. We've got some listeners up in the state of Washington. Doroff gets 3 near fall. He leads 5-0 right now. It's period number 1.
Going right back to the cradle.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the crossface hooked up this time. I'm not sure he had. I think he had a false cradle last time. I think this could be tight if he keeps that crossface. I think so. All right, Bird's going to let that one go. See if he goes to something else or if he does the same thing. He's going to maybe change it up and trying to dig a half Nelson out. But Bates, yep. Looks like he's got another cradle locked up. Looks like that's going to be the end of the first period. Doroff leading 11-0. Takedown, and he locked up 3 different cradles. Doroff goes down here, starts second period. Quick sit out and turn. He gets a reversal. He's up 13-0. He's got to lock this one up tight, Jeremy. What do you think? Yeah, be good to get that extra team point in this duel. We want every point we can get here. Bates is doing a nice job of fighting off his back when Doroff gets that cradle locked up, and he's fighting right now, not letting him get that half Nelson in. Looks like he's trying to dig in a left-handed half Nelson, and Bates is doing a nice job fighting it off.
It's good to get a start. He's doing his job, stand off his back.
He is, yeah. See if he's going to do a cradle or if he's going to go with the barbed wire and try to get the pin. We have a cradle now. Let's see if we can get the fall here, Jeremy. See if he can just hold on to it. He's got 28 seconds here. Bates did his job. He did a nice job. Doroff does get the tech fall. Minute 35 into period number 2. Picks up 5 team points for the Hornets. We're going to be going up to 126 pounds. Should be 14-0 now. Yep, 14-0. Edina's got a forfeit here at 126 pounds. Zach Weissman for the Eagles taking the forfeit. That's going to give them 16 points. 14-6 now after 126 pounds. Jeremy, we've got Landon Nebel coming out here. Landon's ranked 4th in the state at 132 pounds. Yes, he did. I think we've got a Grandma Sue in Michigan watching Landon here. He's going to work pretty quickly. 14-second fall. Nebel with the pin 14 seconds into the first period. Ends up going to a quick headlock. And that was Dominic Ziska for Eden Prairie. All right, we are now at 138 pounds. Current team score 20-6. Edina leads Eden Prairie. We got Owen Hips here coming out. Hips is wrestling
Lincoln Bond.
Lincoln Bond for the Eagles is wrestling own hips. We're at 138 pounds. Got another one of those Edina tall, lanky wrestlers here. Hips is a strong, strong wrestler. He's coming into this match. He's been a little bit under the weather and got his legs back under him here earlier this week. Owen's a junior. Looks like he's got a nice, goes right to Bond's back, straight from the feet. This looks pretty tight, Jeremy. We called it a head chance growing up, a head chance. And Hips with the fall at 138 pounds made quick work. That was 46 seconds. Hornets with back-to-back pins at 132, 138. Now they lead the duel 26-6. That's a nice pin for own Hips. We've got, that's Jeremy's son.
Hi, Solomon.
Solomon wrestling 145 pounds here. Got Leo Johnson from Eden Prairie. Solomon with a nice takedown, double leg. Kai is one of those really aggressive wrestlers, Jeremy. He does not let off the gas at all. He's aggressive. He's strong. He's actually probably a little bit undersized for this weight class. He weighs in, certainly he could be right around that 138-pound weight class, but we've got so many strong wrestlers here for Edina in those middle weights. What a fun way to start this duel. So far, Edina is coming out wrestling strong. Another cradle. Kai Solomon has the cradle locked up. That looks pretty tight. There it is. Jeremy, 42 seconds in. We've got another fall. He looked good. He came out, went right after it. Hornets with another fall. They go up 32-6 after 145 pounds.
That's a great start, too. Started as a freshman. He's come in, showed a lot of talent. Really tough kid.
He did. You know what? A lot of these kids that we're seeing, you know, they get a little bit later start, but boy, they are getting things figured out. That was an impressive performance. All right, we're going to go up to 152 pounds. Boy, after that first match that we had, Jeremy, that first match took a long time, and now we've gotten a little bit of a run here.
All right, so we got Cooper Shalene Jr. from Edina, 52.
He's wrestling, it looks like Kyron O'Leary from Eden Prairie.
Yep, ninth grader.
Cooper's been doing a lot of work in the off season. He's been putting a lot of time. Oh, yes. Schneider did give him, Ronnie Schneider, a ref. He does. He's been spending a lot of time trying to get some good time, that time over there. He spent some time over in some summer camps there. Cooper's getting himself a little bit in trouble there where he had the leg. That's it. He gave up a reversal, but stayed off his back. He's got to be able to build up and get an anchor. Cooper with a nice quick switch. He's down in on a leg here on O'Leary. O'Leary does a nice job of countering. Stays behind, comes back. Looks like we've got a clasping call there.
That was good action by both guys.
That was good action. They kept moving. There's kind of some chain wrestling. A lot of times you'll see guys do that in practice where they're just constantly chain wrestling. Unfortunately, a lot of times it doesn't translate out on the mat, but, you know, these guys look like a practice room chain wrestling. There's good movement, good motion by both. Cooper does pick up a point there for the clasping by O'Leary. O'Leary's getting a little bit, he's got a leg in, but he's getting high. It looks like he's still going to try to put a power half in. Here comes Cooper. If he can swim up and get that arm out, that's a 2-point reversal. He leads 5-2. He's got a half Nelson, and he's getting swiped right now. Thanks to everybody out there tuning in around the country even. We've had people from all over the states tuned in last year, and I know we've got people that are tuning in all over Minnesota. Jeremy, you have any family members tuning in from Hawaii like they did last year?
Yep, they're there. They're there and they're watching.
Awesome. Shalene leading 8-2 right now. There's 15 seconds left in period number 1. That reversal to the back, big 5-point swing in this match. We're going to end period number 1 here. Shalene leading at 152 pounds, 8-2. Team score right now, Edina leading 32-6.
Should we take it down here? Got the reverse last time, so Brian's probably feeling pretty confident about that.
Yep. Yeah, he is. See if Cooper can build his base here. Folks, for you, those of you tuning in, we should have, if you've got a JV wrestler that you want to tune in for, there are different broadcast feeds for varsity and JV. We've got that mat running live over there as well. Did we just see a stall warning on Cooper? It looked like they had a lot of action going. It looks like the ref was stalling on Shalene. Got to keep working. Now he's got to keep that chain wrestling going right now. Cooper's got the leg. He's going to see if he can come up and switch this off to a double leg. There he goes. That's a 2-point reversal. Got to get under those armpits. Right on the edge of the mat. Cooper does lead 10-2 right now. 30 seconds left in period number 2. Blood time. We're going to go to a blood time break. Yep. Well, Jeremy, what do you think so far of the match going on? We've got a 32-6 Edina lead. Right now, other than the forfeit that Edina gave up, they've won every match that's been wrestled so far. But we know this match is not over. We know Eden Prairie has some tough guys up in the upper weights. They've got a couple of ranked guys, one at 170 pounds in Jacory Bates. And, of course, we know the number 1 ranked heavyweight in the state in Will Sather.
Stop it, blood time, please. Yeah, those will be some fun matches. Pretty game with forfeit here. Fun to see him wrestle. He's a really tough kid coming up as a lightweight. He's gotten bigger as he's gotten older. He's really a tough kid.
Yeah, we watched him over the years. Started off certainly at the lighter weights, and it's fun watching these kids and how they develop and how they grow from all these different schools. We see a lot of these same kids year after year from the same teams. If you're in the conference in the section, you see them multiple times a year in the section for sure. See them in the team tournament, the individual tournament. All right, we got 27 seconds left. Shalene leading 10-2 right now. We're at 152 pounds. Cooper did get a reversal. He's going to start on top. See if he can lock up a pinning combination. Short time, you'd like to see him try to work and get some near fall. Yeah, Jeremy, I think you're right. He was trying, and ref called Cooper for stalling, that he was just sitting there with the leg in. That was his second stalling call, so O'Leary gets a point. It's now 10-3, 5 seconds left in period number 2. Jeremy, where do you think Eden Prairie is going to go on this one? Looks like O'Leary's going to choose down. Period 3, Shalene leads 10-3. Major decision is 8 points or more. So certainly from the team standpoint, you definitely want to see him work up to a major decision and then try to look and work for that fall.
Get his wrist, Karen. Grab his wrist and stand up.
Looks like O'Leary just kind of hipped in there. He did get to Shalene's leg. See if Shalene can hook that ankle. I wouldn't be surprised if the ref looks for a stall call one direction or the other. Yeah. He's working to put in a half Nelson. He's going to call stalemate. No stalling. Call this. It's an interesting.
He wants to see some reaction.
I agree. I'm with you. All right, we've got 45 seconds left here. Shalene's still on top. He's up 10-3. He's got a half Nelson, and see if he can get up to that side. He's got to get his leg out. If he can get his leg out, this could be tight. Here's getting swipes now. This would secure the major decision. There's 20 seconds left. That is a 3-point near fall. Those points are really big. 13-3 right now, and 10 seconds remaining. Shalene with the major decision. If it finishes this way, that's going to pick up 4 team points for the Hornets. And there it is. That's the match, folks, at 152 pounds. Cooper Shalene with a 13-3 win. That's going to put the team score up to 36-6.
Yeah, I thought that was a good match by Cooper. He got reversed early in the match, but he came back and controlled the rest of the match.
Yes, he did. He really was never in doubt there. I'd like to see him get that major decision there at the end and get that turn. It's an extra point for the Hornets for the team score. It's 36-6. I think we're starting to get kind of into the strong point of Eden Prairie's lineup here. So while it's still a pretty big gap right now, 36-6, we'll see what happens here in the next couple of weeks. At 160 pounds, we got Joey Tefley for Edina against London Bowie for Eden Prairie. Bowie's a name we certainly recognize, has been on the team for a number of years. He is a junior. Bowie goes up 2-0. We're 20 seconds into the first period. Jeremy, this is where when you see these guys, Hornets really need to basically try to do their job. If they're going to win, great, but you also need to look and see, hey, whatever I can do, tie up hands when we're against their tougher wrestlers and try not to give up 6 points. Bowie's one of their stronger wrestlers. He's been on the team for a number of years. Looks like he's got a bloody nose and blood time right now. We're at 160 pounds, 36-6 right now. Edina leading in the team score. Reminder, we've got Eden Prairie and Shakopee coming up next. And then the nightcap will be Edina and Shakopee. Jeremy, have you seen Shakopee wrestling? Did you see them wrestle last year at all?
Yeah, some wrestle last year. They're got tough guys at every weight. A lot of talent, a lot of good technicians.
Yeah, they're ranked number 3 in the state. We're going to see some strong wrestlers from them. I know they're going down to the Christmas tournament tomorrow. That starts at, as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that's one of the strongest high school tournaments in the nation.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to looking at some of those brackets.
Bowie in on a strong double leg there. He goes up. 50 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Bowie's leading 4-1 over Joey Tepley of Edina.
He's really doing a nice job on body, not just
Keeping solid position, making sure he keeps those hands. Bowie continues to work. He's looking to try to. His first warning for Tepley for stalling. Got about 20 seconds left here in period number 1. Bowie trying to dig out an arm bar now. There's short time here in period number 1. See if Tepley can keep that hip down, that left hip down in the mat. Not give up any near fall. He's doing a real nice job right now. Period 1 ends, 4-1 lead for Bowie over Tepley. We're at 160 pounds, 36-6 lead for Edina in the team score. Good shot by Tepley there. 20 seconds into the second period.
Nice to see him be aggressive there. After getting taken out 2 times in the first period, come out and be aggressive.
Yeah, keep moving forward. Keep looking for opportunities to get a shot in. Good positioning right there by Tepley. Just solid on his feet. So he's got a whizzer. See if he can whizzer hard here and get out. Yeah.
Out of bounds. That's pretty tough for the takedown.
Yeah, he's staying in good position, and then he got in trouble there, and he was right on the edge of the mat. Did a nice job getting out of bounds, not giving up a takedown. Ref did just call another stall on Tepley. That's going to be 1 point for Bowie, and then a takedown for Bowie. So score 7-1. 50 seconds remaining here in period number 2. $35 seconds here in period number 2. Tepley still doing a nice job of not getting turned to his back. Let's see if he can just keep that solid base right now.
No points.
21 seconds here remaining in period number 2. Bowie leading Tepley 7-1. Pretty fun having all these fans here, Jeremy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fun to see full house.
Stands are packed. We've got people up above us at the concession stand. Both benches are full. That is the... You were right on it. He chose up right now. Chose top. Hoping to see if he can get a leg in, it looks like. Maybe this might be Tepley's special. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got a leg in. See if he can keep those hips up. Oh, no. All right, he slipped off there. So now it's 9-1. Period 3. Bowie leads. Had a nice leg ride in for a minute there. It was locked in pretty tight, and then it just got a little bit loose and got too high and slid off.
Hey, pick a position to have that. Just keep it more Tepley's at risk for here. He already has 2 stalls.
Yeah, you're right. He did build up right there, which was nice to see. We can hear the ref talking to these guys, telling them they got to move. 9-1 right now, so it's 8 points. It's a major decision. Got to look see if Tepley can come up, get an escape, and cut it down to just a decision. 5 seconds now. 35 seconds left in period 3. 9-1 Bowie leads. Bowie is getting near fall right now. It looks like he did get ended up with a 4 count, so that's going to be 2-point near fall, but the ref is still holding. He still has that arm. There's 2 points. I thought that's a great match. That's exactly what we said at the beginning. Kind of go out there, wrestle your match, but if you're not going to win, keep it to a decision or a major. Don't give up that fall, and Tepley did a real nice job of doing that. After 160 pounds, Edina now leading 36-10, going to 170. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. I think Eden Prairie's got to send their guy out first here at 170 pounds. So I think Eden Prairie's got to decide if they're going to send out. Looks like we've got a technical difficulty on the mat next to us over here. They're trying to get that fixed and situated. So I think if Eden Prairie's got to put out here first at 170 pounds, I think Coach Burhans is waiting to see. They've got a guy weighed in at 170 here for Edina, and then we got one of Edina's strongest wrestlers, Captain Brody Prairie, at 182 pounds. But you're right, it'd be interesting if Eden Prairie fades up. He is, it looks like he weighed in at 170.5. So he would actually have to wrestle the 182-pound weight class. We're still on just a delay here and waiting, but yeah, we're going to get that. But, folks, we're excited to have you guys back here with us this season. It's been a good start so far. Edina hosted their own invitational. Then they went to St. Paul and got 3 dual victories there. All right, so Eden Prairie is sending out Jacory Bates, and Edina's going to forfeit to him. So Edina only has a JV kid there, probably a first, maybe second year. So after 170 pounds, after that forfeit, it is now Edina 36, Eden Prairie 16. We've got Brody Prairie for the Hornets here at 182 pounds, and Will Diana from Eden Prairie. This should be a good match. It is, yep. This should be a good match. 2 strong wrestlers here up at 182 pounds. I think both of these wrestlers are sophomores. Both Diana and Perry, sophomores. Strong position here from the feet. Both trying to jockey for position and get the inside, try to set up a shot. Perry in looking for a fireman's. Pushing right through. Oh. You know what? Brody's started wrestling with our program here in the middle school, and he every year jumps up by leaps and bounds. Even last year, probably doesn't transition that quickly. That was a real strong transition. Perry's been looking really good this year. We love those multi-sport athletes. I don't know about that. There was not anything tied up, and Perry came in pretty quick. I'm not so sure that was a takedown. Now it is. He's got 2, and actually Diana's going to look to pick up. Looks like he's going to look for no back points there. 2-0 right now. Only 13 seconds remaining, period number 1. We're at 182 pounds. Boy, that was a quick first period. That went by. I think there was one stoppage going out of bounds, and that was it. 2-0. Diana leads Prairie. Going into period number 2, Edina defers, and it looks like Diana's going to go neutral here. So, folks, you're going to see the lead ref here on this match is Ronnie Schneider. He leads Skyline Association, and he's got a junior ref here that he's helping coach and train in. Right now, we know that there's a big ref shortage out there, and so anything we can do to get these refs out here and learn and get some experience. All right, we've got 2-0 lead for Diana at 182 pounds over Prairie. Good transition right there by Prairie. Both these guys are having, that was a strong move by Diana there as well. Both of them were countering each other. Diana comes out on top. He now leads 4-0 with 1:10 remaining in period number 2.
Yeah, Diana's won both kind of key scrambles in the match so far.
Yes. Off the mat, 59 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Eden Prairie leading 4-0 in this match. Duel score is 36-16. Edina leads. He's got a strong switch. You like to see him hit that, and then if that doesn't work, go out to the stand-up, and it looked like he was almost there, but Diana did a nice job recovering. See Brody's strength right there. All right, 32 seconds. Let's see if Perry can get a takedown here to make it a 1-point match going into period number 3. 4-1 lead for Diana right now. 20 seconds remaining in period number 2. Diana's really got good head position right there on Brody. Brody does a nice job working back. 7 seconds. You're right. That's all it takes. He had a nice slide by there. And just that split second of waiting, and Deanna really just took advantage of it. Gets the takedown. He leads 6-1 going into period number 3. Perry chooses down. Nice, Gramby. That should be 2. Let's get some near fall. He might look for the pin. Let's see. Let's see if he can actually work for the fall here, Jeremy. This would be really big for the Hornets. Right now, with the 3-point near fall, we're going to have a tie match. It is 6-6 right now with a huge Granby by Perry in the 3rd period. Let's see if Brody can go to work on top here. Deanna did not choose down when he had his choice, so gotta hope that Brody can go to work here. 6-6 match here. 1:08 remaining here in period number 3. Deanna now hits a nice switch. Right, yeah, it is. Right to Perry's back. There's a minute left. Oh, he's right on the edge of the mat. There it is. We got 45 seconds left. That looks like that got pretty tight with the reverse half. Perry's doing everything he can. There's 30 seconds left here in period number 3. Brody's keeping that shoulder up. He's fighting, shifting from one side to the other. Well, Deanna does pick up the pin there for the Eagles. That's a big turn of events. That is a big pin for the Eagles there at 182 pounds. Third period, Perry hit a real nice Granby and was getting some back points, tied the match up. We're going up to 195 pounds now. Score is going to be 36-22. All right, we're going to 195 pounds, 36-22. We've got Julian Berg for Eden Prairie going against Kenneth Brahman at 195 pounds. We've got this match down to a 14-point duel right now, Jeremy, and so it's not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination. 36-22, Edina leads.
It still got real exciting real fast.
Yes, it did. We've got 3 weight classes left. It's a 14-point lead right now. Brahman for the Hornets here at 195 pounds. Brahman's just a second-year wrestler here, Jeremy. He came out for the first time last year, and he's just a strong, athletic kid. Julian Berg, another strong wrestler for the Eagles. There's a minute left here in period number 1. They're right on the edge of the mat. That is a pin for the Eagles. It is 36-28, heading into 220 pounds. All right, Jeremy, we've got to get probably just a win out of our 220 or heavyweight here. We've got Ethan Sather for Eden Prairie. Must be the younger brother of the heavyweight Will Sather. This is Charlie Thorson for the Hornets, though, coming out strong with the 2-point takedown right away. He goes up 2-0. Hornets lead the duel 36-28. It's an 8-point lead right now.
Yeah, you know, Todd, Charlie's a guy that really come good this year. The Johnson duels 2 weekends ago, he looked fantastic.
He did. Looks like Sather's really working that role. That's got to be something that they work on. Charlie's trying to see if he can slide a half. If he can slide a half Nelson when he hits that roll, he'll put him right to his back. But sometimes that's much easier said than done. We're coming right down to the wire here, folks, between Eden Prairie and Edina. Right now it's 36-28. Eden Prairie has sitting off in the sidelines here at heavyweight, the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state. Thorson hooks up a cradle right here. This could put the duel away for the Hornets if he gets the pin. There it is! This is the first victory by Edina over Eden Prairie Eagles. Conference section match. Charlie Thorson locks in the duel for the Hornets with a fall at 220 pounds. Your Hornets are up 42-28. Hey,
What a match.
big matchup still here at heavyweight.
This is the premier event of this game.
We've got Gavin Falk, number 7 ranked wrestler in the state at heavyweight. Will Sather for Eden Prairie, the number 1 ranked heavyweight in the state.
If these 2 guys go at it, you got to throw out the record books.
Yeah, you do. Rankings don't matter. Records don't matter. That's a nice fireman by a heavyweight. Sather goes up 2-0 on Falk. There's a minute 30 left here in period number 1. Looks like Sather's working for an armbar. Falk trying to do a good job of keeping that right hip down in the mat, trying to fight off anything that Sather is coming at him from the top. Jeremy, I don't envision this being the last time these two are going to see each other either. They'll see each other in individual sections, potentially see each other in team sections. See who can set the tone here in this first match between the two of them. 36 seconds.
You also wonder, they both do a lot of summer wrestling. Summer tournaments, summer clubs, summer teams.
Yeah, a lot of these kids you'll see wrestling in the summer at freestyle tournaments, Greco tournaments. They see each other a lot. Sather does pick up the fall. 17 seconds remaining in period number 1. Sather picks up the win by fall. Final score of the duel, Hornets win 42-34. That was a heck of a duel, Jeremy. What a fun way to start the night.
It was a great duel. Started off 113 match.
Yeah, we had some great wrestling in there. We had some great matches. Eagles really made it close there in the final, up in those upper weights.
Two pretty evenly matched teams there. You know, Edina toughed down low, and Prairie brought it back at the end.
Yep, that was a great duel. That was, again, first victory for Edina. That's a big win for this program as they continue to build. Growing the
Edina's
first time beating Prairie in a dual meet. That is. Yep. So, folks, we are going to be taking a break here for just a minute. We're going to come back to you live with Edina Prairie versus Shakopee. We'll kind of just reset here, make sure the benches get cleared off on one side. Shakopee is going to come in, and then we'll have Shakopee and Edina Prairie duel coming up for you next. Following that, we'll have Edina and Shakopee. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
At 120. Kyle Linville. Prairie, Justice Pig.
I've seen Shakopee before. They're doing a really good job. They've got a good broadcast, some good technology that they use. They've even got a scoreboard, I believe, or the wrestling news. But looks like we started out here doing, we had 2 forfeits. Shakopee got a forfeit.
Yeah, starting it off the 120.
So Vincent picked up the forfeit, 105th instead of last week at 113. Shakopee picked up another forfeit, and then we've got Kyle Linville for Shakopee going against Justice Bates. Linville's got a cradle locked up. This is 120 pounds.
Looks like we got Jim Peterson, the old Augsburg national champion wrestler, roughing this match.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Jerry. That's a guy that you wrestled with at Augsburg.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. Dover Yoda is where Jim wrestled.
Small town school. Little Minnesota, tough wrestler, national champion, one-time national champion.
One-time national champion, one-time finalist. Lost in double overtime his senior year.
All right, we got Linville picking up 3 more. He's really racking up some near fall points. Looks like he's got a tight half Nelson here on Bates. Bates did a nice job in that first match, fighting off his back, but this looks pretty tight right now. Linville picks up the call. Shakopee goes down 18-0. So Jeremy Shakopee, I know, is headed down to the Christmas tournament tomorrow. Not sure if you got a chance to listen to it, but for all you wrestling fans out there, the Alan Josh Show podcast, if you haven't checked it out or listened to it, I highly recommend it. If you're a wrestling fan, you will love that podcast. Those guys do a great job. All things wrestling Minnesota. They did a good segment on some college wrestling. It's Al Benz and Josh Raymond that run that podcast, and it's pretty fun to listen to.
126.
126 pounds. Shakopee picks up another 4. Shakopee comes into these duels tonight here ranked number 3 in the state. Tough team. They
At
are
132.
the defending state champion.
And Prairie, Dominic Ziska.
We've got a match here at 132 pounds. Shakopee leading 24-0 over Eden Prairie. Right now we got Ryan Moore for Shakopee and Dominic Ziska for Eden Prairie. Talked to the Shakopee coach a little bit here before the matches. He's real excited to get down to the Christmas tournament. That's a meat grinder to turn. There's so many hammers at that tournament. Some of those brackets are just completely stacked. So it's certainly going to be some tough competition. I think they start wrestling at 2 o'clock tomorrow down in Rochester, down at that National Center. Something like 34 years I think they've had that tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of tournament where if you can just get yourself on the podium at that tournament, you've had a great tournament.
Yeah, it's that tournament. Miller there picks up the fall, 54 seconds in. Shakopee goes up 30-0. The back-to-back Christmas tournament, you get on the podium, that's you're an accomplished wrestler and you accomplished a pretty impressive feat. It's tough for them to state tournament in a lot of brackets because you got Class A, Double A, and Triple A all in one bracket. Plus, I know they've got some
out-of-state teams coming in.
Highly ranked out-of-state teams. I know they've got, I think it's the number 2 or number 1 ranked team from Wisconsin in the big class section that they have come out of Wisconsin, and they've got some really, really strong wrestlers. I did hear actually that at the Christmas tournament they're doing a 0-2 bracket. These teams that come from so far, it's a tough tournament, so you can have a really good wrestler that just, maybe has a bad match or two and just isn't feeling it in the first match. He goes 0-2. Most tournaments he's done, but this year they're doing something different where they're going to have an 0-2 bracket and do a single elimination. So at least
that's interesting. I've never heard of that happening before.
Just heard
that's a great idea. That's a really good idea.
It is, and just heard last night that they're going to do it. So
Oh, look at that reverse.
So matchup for Shakopee. Bond goes up 2-0. Prairie gets the first takedown. Charlie for Shakopee gets an escape. It's 2-1. There's about a minute left here in the first period. We're going to try to keep you updated on the scores. Sorry, we got a little bit distracted talking about the Christmas tournament, but keep you updated on the team score and the match score. 40 seconds left here in period number 1.
It's a nice single leg there by Slachik.
He goes on 3-2 now with that takedown. 30 seconds. Looks like he's got
That looks pretty tight. Oh, peeled it off there.
I just noticed that Shakopee brought their cheerleaders with.
You don't see that very often anymore.
You really don't. And it's great. It gives a little energy into the gymnasium.
I agree.
Here's some constant cheering. Growing up, I remember seeing cheerleaders constantly on both sides of the map.
Yeah. Now, when you were growing up, did the cheerleaders have specific cheers for wrestlers?
They sure did.
Yeah,
they did.
That was always fun.
Yeah, Jeremy, I could start singing them right now. I do that at home with my family, but we don't need to embarrass ourselves here on the broadcast. So right at the end of the period there, Charlie picked up a takedown. He goes up 5-3, heading into period number 2. Slachik ahead of Bond 5-3, starting period number 2. Shakopee leads the duel 30-0 right now over East Prairie.
Yeah, and I noticed Shakopee didn't send out the ranked wrestler for this match. So it looks like, like when teams do that, when they kind of go deep into the lineup and get everybody varsity matches. I think that's a good way to get everybody some varsity experience.
It is. Yeah, you're right. Good opportunity for them to get some of these guys some extra varsity experience, bump some kids up that maybe took them to see that. If we're saying that right to the family out there if you're watching, but he picks up the fall at 138 pounds in period number 2. Shakopee's going to go up 36-0. All right, we're going up to 145 pounds. It looks like Shakopee's bumping Connor Warren.
145 for Shakopee, Connor Warren, Kingsbury, Neil Johnson.
So, and based on the weight sheet that I'm looking at, it looks like this Leo Tuklinovich.
Oh, he was the ranked wrestler that I thought maybe they didn't send out. Is he not at 38?
He's at 45, and it looks like he did miss weight here today. He's at weight in at 146.4, it looks like. So,
okay.
Looks like Warren bumped up to 145, and they slid Charlie Slachik in at 138 there. Warren goes up 2-0. Leo Johnson from Edina Prairie here at 145 pounds. Just 25 seconds in the period number 1, and Shakopee leading 36-0 in this duel. There's a reason they're ranked the number 3 team in the state. Warren goes up 5-0. Appreciate all the folks tuning in here to the live broadcast. Shakopee fans and Prairie fans. I guess if you're going to find something positive to come out of this pandemic and COVID, last year almost every team seemed to find a way to swing their matches. I don't see that going away, Jeremy. I think we're going to keep doing this for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. You know, you got relatives and grandparents and folks spread across the country, and now they get a chance to watch live.
Warren picking up some more near fall here. Got an inside cradle. Leo Johnson doing a nice job working out of it. 8-0. There's 18 seconds left in period 1. You see our Matt Tapper running out there. One of our youth wrestlers in the youth program, Tate Shalene out there. End of period 1, 8-0. Warren leading over Johnson. Jeremy, how many years did you wrestle with our ref out there, Jim, at Oxford?
He was one class lower than I was. So I wrestled him 3 years. We both wrestled 167. He was obviously the varsity guy at the weight. He probably has the best hips of anybody I've ever wrestled. He's basically impossible to take down. He had a younger brother on the team, Mark Peterson also. He's a good wrestler. That looks pretty tight. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Johnson, he's got a lot of fight in him, I'll tell you that.
He does, yeah.
So, Jeremy, I'd say since Jim Peterson was at your weight, your practice partner probably in the room, I mean, maybe you could take a little bit of credit for that national championship. You probably really pushed him. And,
I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, Shakopee is definitely showing the pedigree of a third-ranked team, aren't they? They look tough at every weight so far.
Every bit of part they're looking right now. Strong wrestling team. Again, when you win 3 back-to-back state titles, that's not done on accident. So these kids know how to wrestle. They work hard. They've got a strong youth program. You know, these guys are not just wrestling during the high school season. They're out there wrestling during the summer, during the spring. They go to national tournaments. You see it paying off for some of these kids. So here we've got at 152 pounds, Jack Ferguson for Shakopee. He gets a takedown on Edina Prairie's about 30 seconds in. It looks to me like Shakopee must do a lot of work on the cradles.
It does look,
See
yeah.
a lot of these kids locking up an outside cradle.
Yeah. You can tell they're really active on top. You know, they're going for turns as soon as they get that takedown.
Team scores 4-2. One minute left, and carries 1, and there's the follow for Ferguson. Continues the train of a couple of forfeits to start, but then it's been all pins since then. They have one other forfeit. Jeremy, we do have some guillotine rankings printed out here. I've got a few guys highlighted. We could probably be taking a look at some of these and run through a number of them. But here's one of our ranked guys at 160 pounds. Riley Kern for Shakopee. What is he like, Jeremy?
He's ranked 7th. He's a senior.
Jeremy, the Hornets are going to Monticello this weekend in an individual tournament. Kern looking to lock this up tight. He does get the ball there over 48 seconds into period number 1. Shakopee picks up another fall at 160 pounds. We did not have any individual tournaments last year, so the Christmas tournament was canceled. All individual tournaments were called due to COVID. Everybody was wrestling. Actually, they didn't start wrestling until January. It was all duels, which is a little bit unique, a little bit different, but it's kind of fun to see these kids go out and wrestle and compete in some of these individual competitions, individual tournaments. So
Yeah, I think it's great.
all right, here we go. Let's see what we've got 170 pounds. Ja'Cory Bates for Edina Prairie. I think Ja'Cory's ranked 8th. Is that right, Jeremy?
Yep, Ja'Cory's ranked 8th. He's a junior. He got a forfeit against Edina, so this is our first time seeing him out tonight. Looks aggressive, and he's obviously fresh.
Shakopee Wasina out there. They're leading 54-0 the Eagles right now. Bates was not going to stop when that match was still going until he hears a whistle. That's how you got to wrestle. You got to keep wrestling until you hear that whistle.
That was a beautiful ankle pick by Bates.
Real smooth.
That was very smooth.
Bates goes up 2-0. This is getting into the strength of the Eagles lineup. We certainly know that. We know Shakopee's got some hammers up here in these upper weights as well. So we're going to see some good matches, I think, from here on out. We're at 170 pounds. It's doing a dump with that armbar.
He's got him.
He got it.
Yeah, that was pretty tight. Yeah, I mean, Ja'Cory Bates is a super talented wrestler.
He is. He picks up the
At 182.
Talking to Edina Prairie coaches before the match, sounds like Ja'Cory recently picked up his 100th win. I believe that was his 102nd win. So, you Eagle fans out there, you've seen him pick up a lot of those pins, a lot of those falls. Congrats to Ja'Cory on his 102nd win, crossing that century mark. That was a big accomplishment. All right, we've got here Will Diana for Edina Prairie against Phil Sutrick for Shakopee. Sutrick going to work real quick at 182 pounds here. Sutrick getting in position here, looking for the fire. Keeping that shoulder up, but it's still a minute 20, which is a lifetime when you're on your back. Cole picks up the fall for Shakopee. At 182 pounds, that was in 49 seconds. Shakopee goes up 60-6 over Edina Prairie.
Yeah, this Shakopee lineup is deep across the board, aren't they?
They don't let up.
At 195.
Break it anyway, do they? They
No,
just keep
they
going.
don't.
Here we go. Now we're up at 195 pounds. This is Julian Berg for Edina Prairie, and who do we have here for Shakopee? Steinhoff. I think Steinhoff. They bump him up from the Steinhoff weighed in. He's for Edina as the varsity wrestler at 195 pounds.
Yeah, Steinhoff, the senior, going up against sophomore here, Julian Berg. You know, Todd, you were talking about Jim Peterson and I wrestling in the college room together, and I just think about this Shakopee lineup. And these guys are beating each other up in the room all day, making each other better.
Pushing each other. Picks up a 2-point takedown over Bird there. Goes up 2-0. 40 seconds into period number 1. Now looking at Shakopee's lineup. The only hole that they've got that might hold them back against some of these other top tier teams is they don't have a heavyweight listed. And they've got some horses up at 220. In the upper weights as well, so I'm sure they have the ability to bump those guys up.
Yeah.
But once you get against those top 5 teams in the state, he's got a cradle locked up now. He's at 4-1, 45 seconds remaining. 4-1. There's a lot of excitement over here on the Shakopee bench. It looks like
It's got it pretty tight. Yeah.
34 seconds remaining in period number 1. picks up the pin. Shakopee goes up 66-6. We're going to 220 pounds. Marcus. All right, looks like we've got a couple of guys.
220 for Shakopee, Marcus Stratton, and Ethan Safer.
Shakopee's Marcus Stratton. Could see the end on this scoreboard we got in front of us. Marcus Stratton is going up for Shakopee. Ethan Safer, the Eagles here, 220 pounds. We've only got 2 matches left. This is
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Shakopee's moving a JV up to 220, and they're going to bump the Varsity 220 up to heavyweight here for the finals, which will be fun knowing that Eden Prairie's got the number 1 ranked heavyweight in the state.
That's right. Yes, they do. And actually, is this?
I mean, they're likely to bump Jade Trelstad.
Yeah, that'd be a fun match to see. If,
2 ranked wrestlers, different weights. That'll be fun if we get to see that.
looking for a call here. Saber does a nice job getting off. Back, comes off as a 2-point here call. That picks up the win. Winner by fall and hearing number 1. And you know what? We're not going to see that.
We're not going to see it? All right.
We'll see if they're the number 1 ranked heavyweight going out taking a 4-4.
Yeah, heavyweight. Wholesaler with Eden Prairie. 4-5 Shakopee.
Shakopee is going to win this duel, folks, 72-12. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. We're going to be coming back here in a bit. We're going to get some benches cleared out. And we're going to see Shakopee taking on Edina here in a few minutes. We'll be back with you in just a bit.
All right, folks, wrestling fans, we are back here at Edina High School. We're coming up with our third duel of the night. Our nightcap's going to be Shakopee against Edina. Both these teams wrestled Eden Prairie. Got Todd Doroff here, and got my broadcast partner, Jeremy Hips, on the call with me.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, we just saw Shakopee again. Shakopee comes in ranked number 3 in the state. Strong team. They've won the state title 3 straight years. They're looking to make a statement out here, get themselves ready for the Christmas tournament tomorrow. We've got the Hornets picking up their first ever win over Eden Prairie. And here we go, right out of the gate. We've got Edina's Anthony Nichols. Anthony's just an 8th grader, but he is going up against Tyler Trzynski from Shakopee, who's ranked number 5 in the state at 106 pounds. This is going to be, let's see what Anthony can do. He doesn't weigh in at 106 pounds.
Man, that was a fast attack, wasn't
Trzynski get in real quick.
Wasting no time.
Trzynski with 2-point takedown. Nichols has wrestled real strong for Edina so far this year. He's only got 1 loss on the season. Took 3rd place in that Edina Invitational. Then he went 3-0 last week against Johnson. First year with Edina. Wrestling at 106 pounds right now.
Yeah, just an 8th grader. That's a really talented cross-country runner.
He is, yep. You know, Anthony's a really technically sound wrestler, that's for sure. As he continues to grow and get a little bit bigger and fills out into these weight classes, he's going to be a real dangerous wrestler here in futures. He already is right now. You can see, look at this. Strong positioning by Anthony, very technically sound. Excellent position, good hand control. See if we can get this garbage can out of the way for you folks at home and screaming. 50 seconds left here in period number 1. Trzynski leading 2-0. Nichols looking really strong right now, Jeremy.
I'd like to see him get a good kind of first move off the bottom here.
Looking for hand control down on the bottom. Trzynski doing a nice job with that. Strong spiral ride, gets that right leg in. 32 seconds left here in period number 1. Anthony does a nice job bellying out there. "17 seconds here in period 1. Trzynski looking for some near fall right now. He gave him a 2-point near fall there. He ended up counted once, stopped counting, and then he started swiping again, got a 3 count. Trzynski takes a 4-0 lead over Nichols here. That's a good period right now, 4-0 score. Trzynski takes down going into period number 2. Trzynski up to his feet real quick. Nichols does a nice job transitioning to a leg, but Trzynski kicks out. Looks like he's it does pick up the reversal. He now leads 6-0. Releases Nichols. Nichols gets 1 escape, 6-1. 30 seconds into period number 2. We're just at 106 pounds, just getting this duel started here. Trzynski does get the 2-point takedown. He's got Nichols in a little bit of trouble here on his back. Getting some near fall points right now.
I think he's got the 3 backs locked up there.
Anthony doing a nice job there, fighting off his back. That is a 3 near fall. Trzynski takes an 11-1 lead. 50 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Trzynski does get Nichols turned to his back again. That was a tight pinning combination right there. Trzynski picked up the fall. 35 seconds left in period number 2. Shakopee goes up 6-0. Jeremy, we still have a good crowd here in the gym. First home duel of the season. 113 pounds.
113. Shakopee,
Kyler Walters is going to take the. Kyle Walters takes forfeit at 113 pounds. Shakopee goes up 12-0. Here at 120 pounds, we've got Kyle Lindell from Shakopee, Troy Doroff from Edina. These two wrestled each other at 106 pounds last year, both moving up 2 weight classes in the first duel of the year last year. Lindell did pick up a fall over Doroff.
That's going to be fun to watch. I mean, every year is different.
It is. We'll see where these guys. Lindell in on a nice underhook. No points. Doroff keeps that whizzer. 30 seconds into period number 1. Lindell up 2-0. Yeah, both these wrestlers were down at 106 pounds last year. Less than 120 this year right now. Lindell sliding that right leg in. Get Doroff broken down to his stomach. One minute into period number 1 here. Lindell leading Doroff 2-0. Like to see some constant motion here. Both wrestlers trying to fight for position. Looks like Lindell's got that cross wrist. Looks like he's looking for that cross wrist roll. There's Doroff.
Get her on behind.
Quick switch. See if he can score here. He's got to get a hard cross face and get those legs back. Lindell does a nice job countering. Does come back in on those legs. That was a good switch by Doroff. Let's see if he can make this work. Really good scramble. Really nice job by Lindell. And now he's got Doroff's legs split. 18 seconds here. Lindell looking for some back points. He is going to get some back points. There's 8 seconds left in period 1. Doroff's got to fight to keep that shoulder up and get out of this period here. He is going to give up the 3 near fall, but there it is. They go into period number 2. Lindell leading 5-0. Doroff defers. Lindell takes down. Start of period number 2 here.
It's a nice stand up by Lindell there. Right at the whistle. First action.
I think Doroff is, he did a nice job recovering, went to that leg and comes out on top. Let's see if he can go to work here and make something happen from the top. 5-0 score, 30 seconds into period number 2. Shakopee leading the duel 12-0. Trzynski with the pin, and then Shakopee received a forfeit at 113.
Doroff's looking good on top.
Got to stay getting too high right there. That's a nice Granby. Reversal for Lindell. He leads 7-0. We've got 1 minute gone here in period number 2. Lindell locks up a cradle there. Put a leg in, locked up the cradle. See if Doroff can extend that leg and break those hands right now. Doroff coming up. He was reaching for the head for a long time. He ended up getting it. Gets out of that cradle. See if he can keep those legs back. Lindell has some long arms that he can reach those legs. Doroff doing a nice job. Let's see if he can score. 27 seconds left in period number 2. Lindell leads 7-0. Doroff's trying to work. He's got those legs split. If he can come across the face there, he should be able to score. He just got to step over that arm. See if he step. There he goes. 2-point reversal. Doroff, he's down 7-2. 10 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Got those legs split. Jeremy, where do you put him here? He's down by 5. Doroff's choice here in period 3.
It's tough. He got ridden out in the first. He got the reversal in the second. So
Looks like he's going up. You know, that is his.
top, but this is his best position, I think.
Linville hits a nice quick switch. Let's see if Doroff can keep those hips up. Linville's trying to get it. He's got to get inside. See if he
He's
can.
got to keep scooting back.
Yep.
He's slightly
Got it.
high there, but it's corrected it. Hopefully get some leverage here.
Still got it. Yep, he's got to get that other leg in. There we go. Stalemate. 24 seconds gone here in period number 3. 7-2 score. Linville leads. Nice breakdown by Doroff right off the whistle there. See if he can look for a turn here. He's down by 5. He chose up. He's got to look for turns, look for a fall over Linville. 7-2. Third period, 1:20 remaining here. 120 pounds.
How much action on bottom?
Oh, he just got a little bit high. He was looking for a cradle. He's got to try to. Let's see if he can make something happen here. They're kind of in a scrambled position, tough position. Linville's deep in that double leg. 9-2. Right now it's just a decision. He's gonna let him up. Let's see if Doroff can make that work. Quick snatch of that leg. 9-2.
Keeps pulling the top.
Right now it's a decision. Shakopee is looking to get the major. They wanted Linville to let Doroff up and go for the major with another takedown.
He hasn't given him one yet, right?
He did not give him one. Nope. There's nothing. Right now there's 20 seconds left here. Linville's locked up a cradle. Doroff was able to extend that. Let's see if Doroff can keep this to a decision right now with 15 seconds left. Linville's going to have to look to try to turn him. 9-2 score, 7 seconds remaining. There it is. That's the end.
I thought that was a great effort by Doroff. You know, it didn't go the way he wanted, but he fought hard. It was a close match.
Kept it to a decision, you know. So
He said last year was a fall.
it was last year.
Saying things change every year.
That's right. That's right. Like to see that improvement. All right, that was at 120 pounds.
AJ Smith and Shakopee, forfeit Edina.
Edina is open here at 126 pounds, so AJ Smith takes a forfeit. We've got. All right, we've got Landon Neville here, ranked 4th in the state at 132 pounds. We got a shout out to Grandma Sue in Michigan watching her grandson Landon out here wrestling. Landon's wrestling Ryder Miller from Shakopee. Right now, Shakopee's leading the team score 21-0.
Two different body shapes here.
Yeah, you got.
Miller's pretty long.
Yep.
He's got a little bit of a stockier build. Both showing a lot of activity on his feet.
That was a nice fireman by Landon Neville. Went from a fireman's to a double, back to a fireman's. He got Miller in trouble here. There it is. 1 minute in. Landon Neville with the fall over Ryder Miller of Shakopee. Edina gets on the board here against Shakopee. It's 21-6 score of the duel. Now I've got at 138 pounds, we've got Connor Warren for Shakopee. We've got Owen Hips coming out at 138 pounds. Warren with snap down and go behind. He takes a 2-0 lead, 20 seconds into period number 1 here. Score of the duel is now 21-6 with Neville's fall.
What's your?
Almost potentially dangerous there. You know, Ronnie Schneider's out there reffing for Skyline, but you know what? Sometimes they need some help seeing what's happening out there too. Good call by my co-broadcaster here. Hips with the sit-out right now. Warren going back to that arm right now. He's got that tucked in under Hips' belly, trying to pull that out on his back. 50 seconds gone. Ronnie Schneider, head official for Skyline Association. Hipswith coming out on top. Warren was trying to do a roll through tilt. They get into a scramble situation, and Warren catches Hips down on his back now. Doing a nice job fighting off his back right here, keeping that shoulder up. That's a nice job to keep fighting. 3 near fall for Warren. He leads 5-0, 35 seconds remaining here in period number 1. It's in a sit-up position right now. Looks like they're going for potentially dangerous. 25 seconds remaining period number 1. Warren leading Hips 5-0 right now. Warren's working an armbar right there. A little bit of a scramble situation. Hips gets into a sit-out. Warren still has that armbar. 3 seconds remaining here in period number 1. We're going to end this first period 5-0. Warren leading Hips.
Based on what you saw in the first period, I don't think you can hit him underneath.
Yep, I'd agree with you. It looks like that's the right call. He's going up. Warren clearly a tough rider up on top, and Hips is going to see if he can get a good breakdown here on Warren and look for a turn, Jeremy.
Yeah, he's got to get him flat first, I think. A little bit high.
Cleared the hands. Warren clears the hands, gets out for 1 escape. 6-0 now. Warren leads. 20 seconds into period number 2. Score of the duel here, Shakopee 21, Edina 6. Looks like we've got some good matches going on over on the JV mat at the same time. Warren in on a quick shot on an outside single. Trying to wrap that leg under. Hips doing a nice job of keeping that leg up. See if he can get those hips up. Try to maybe hook that ankle. Warren's able to jump up over cross body there. Once he does that, it's pretty hard to stop that momentum. Warren does pick up the takedown. 8-0 right now. Minute 5 remaining here in period number 2. $50 seconds remaining. Period 2, 8-0 Warren leads. Right now, ref is looking to see which wrestlers working. It looks like Warren. Yeah, you know what, Jeremy? Warren just got 2 boots in right now and kind of extended out. It's real hard for Hips to do anything down at the bottom. Yeah, he was sitting on his ankle for a while, and now he's just underneath. Not a lot of action. Yeah, he's going to have to look for something straight to his back. Warren is getting some back points. That actually, if he can, Hips gets real close on some of these of catching them, but Warren's just a solid wrestler. Does pick up near fall. He's got a 3-point near fall. End of period number 2. Warren takes an 11-0 lead over Hips going into period number 3. Looks like we've got blood time here for Hips. He's got a bloody nose. He's going to come over to the garbage can, get cleaned up. Hey, this is actually a really good opportunity for us to thank our sponsors here for Edina Wrestling this year. we've got 6 sponsors locally here around the Twin Cities. So Cambria, one of our sponsors, the dental specialist, TCO, State Farm, Sam Sand is one of our sponsors this year. We've got Fathom Advisors. And then, hey, Jeremy, I think you know a little something about Matt Moss. They're one of Edina's sponsors. Jeremy, can you just give us a quick update? What is Matt Boss and what do they do?
Yeah, Matt. So thanks, Todd. MapBoss is software as a service that is used by wrestling teams to manage their video and statistics. It's used by over 2,000 teams across the country, including the top collegiate programs in Division One.
Does Penn State use them? Is what I.
Penn State doesn't use it this
They
year.
don't. They don't this year. They have though in the past. Top programs in the country, top programs in the state are using
Ohio
Matt Boss.
State, your Minnesota Gophers.
Awesome. All right, we're back to action in the third period here. Hips got cleaned up. 11-0 right now. Warren leads.
Must have taken top going for the cap.
Yep. Both wrestlers, when they had their choice, took the top position.
You don't see that very often.
not back to back. You do not. Let's see. Hey, you never know. You keep wrestling until the match is over, right? Hips catches ahead or gets something here. Let's see if he can.
Get that defensive pin or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Right here, if he can reach back and get that head. You know, Warren's clearly a experienced leg rider. He doesn't look nervous out there at all when he's got those legs and they're rolling.
Yeah, he's staying in a good position on top, isn't he?
1 minute here remaining in period 3. Let's see. Hips doing a nice job in this period.
I think Hips should look for the head when they're sitting there.
Yeah, if he can reach back and get that head, Warren's doing a nice job of kind of keeping it tucked away, but it's possible. 40 seconds here remaining in period 3.
Bottom stall coming up here pretty soon.
Not a lot you can do when he's got both boots in, but you see how he uses those legs to torque that lower body over. Just so hard to stop that from your entire body turning. So he's got a 3-point near fall right now. 18 seconds left. 15 seconds. So it's 14-0 right now. If Hips can just keep it right here, it's going to be a major decision. Warren's looking to get one more turn to get a tech fall. 6 seconds. Hips doing a nice job to finish this off and keep it just to a major decision. You know what? We're going to take that. That's small victories right there, Jeremy. I think we've seen a couple of small victories here. I mean, that was 1 point away from being a tech fall. Hips did a nice job that entire period. You like to see that fight out of our kids, and you know you're up against stiff competition, and you know what? You just keep working.
Shakopee, Charlie, Sedlacek, and
I've got Kai Solomon for Edina coming up here.
Yep, Charlie Sedlacek. Charlie Sedlacek against Kai Solomon. £145. We mentioned the Edina Prairie match, but Solomon is an undersized 145-pounder, but Edina is, he does. Yeah, Solomon's a real strong, solid kid. Sedlacek with a strong double for a takedown there. He goes up 2-0, 40 seconds in. Yeah, Solomon did weigh in at 138 pounds, but he's a strong kid. Here's another one of these wrestlers for Edina that just started a couple of years ago. You know, key part of a successful program is building that youth program and getting kids to wrestle all the way from youth through middle school into high school. And the Hornets are certainly starting to make that happen. They've got 30-plus kids, 40 kids in the youth program right now. They've got a good, strong middle school program going. A lot of new young kids here on the high school team, too. But these coaches doing some great work with these kids. Solomon doing a nice job. 30 seconds here remaining. Sedlacek up 2-0, period number 1. Score of the duel right now, Shakopee leading 25-6. Jeremy, we see 3 refs out on the mat right now. Do you want to give a little commentary? What's happening right now? What are these 2 experienced refs doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. As we talked about earlier in the broadcast, there's a shortage of referees, and so as organizations are recruiting new referees, they're giving them good experience, but in a safe environment. So they have a head referee, and they're training and learning and watching and really getting the experience they need so that eventually they can take on duels themselves. I think it's the way they got to grow the referee stable and keep a lot of really good solid referees out.
You got it. That's exactly it. Love to see these guys getting some good training. Ronnie Schneider, one of the more experienced refs in the state of Minnesota. Jim Peterson, only second-year reffing, but clearly knows his wrestling, being a national champ at Augsburg. This kid's getting some good training, and we like to see it. We're in the second period now. Kai Solomon down 2-0. Sedlacek is on top right now. We're 15 seconds into period number 2.
Todd, I mentioned using video and statistics for wrestling teams and wrestlers, but one thing that's not talked a lot about is a lot of referee organizations actually use video and statistics for the referees. And so they videotape the referees and they grade them and they go back and watch the videos in the same ways that teams watch the wrestlers.
I learn something new every day, Jeremy. That's pretty awesome. I had no idea that they did that, but it makes total sense, right? You get to video it, get to see what happened, get to take it in slow motion if you need. And you know what, Jeremy, actually one thing, I'll just go back to Matt Boss for 1 second, because that's a program that I know our team uses. And it's a really slick program in terms of being able to go quickly to takedowns or reversals. You can go into each period. The managers record on the program and can score the match right there. And it is a slick program. It works really well. The wrestlers can pull it up anytime, log into their account. They can go back and watch their matches. So it's a useful tool. It's something that I think a lot of these kids, a lot of the coaches, heck, even the parents like going back and watching these matches. It helps a lot.
One thing we're really putting a lot of focus on with Matt Boss is trying to really build out the data science and the analytics around it, which is something that hasn't progressed as far in wrestling. So, you talk about baseball or basketball or football, there's been a lot of work put into the advanced analytics around the sport. And wrestling hasn't progressed quite as quickly, and so one thing we're investing a lot into with the platform is trying to build out more advanced analytics for us.
I love it. Can you what are some of the analytics that you're focused on right now? What are some key things that people can look to?
I'll give you one example, which is you want to always put your wrestler in the position where they're most likely to score. And there's times when coaches will always default to putting a wrestler down, even though that wrestler may not be score from that position as often. And so what Matt Boss Analytics or other analytics will tell you is that you want to put your wrestler in the position that they're going to be the most successful in, which may not always be just defaulting that wrestler to the bottom.
I love that. What a great use of technology. We're seeing it in all other sports. Like you said, right now, for wrestling, there just hasn't been the program for people to get those analytics and those details. What an awesome opportunity for these wrestlers and coaches. All right, we're back to wrestling here in period number 2. There's a minute 30 remaining. Solomon got his arm taped up. I tell you, this kid's got a motor. We've seen him for the last couple of years now. Strong, aggressive, continues to have a strong motor. He's just going to keep getting better as we see him. He's putting a good fight here against Sedlacek.
That's not really critical.
You know, I would agree with that. I know there's an emphasis on getting these guys to wrestle and call stalling, but after a flurry like this happened, within 5 seconds of that calling a stall call, maybe we'll have some conversations with Ronnie Schneider after the duel, and we'll let him know Jerry and Todd's input on that. Hey, 3-0 still. 30 seconds left in period number 2. I like the fight we're seeing here from Kai. Sedlacek, just a solid, strong ride on top. He's just sound position. Solomon trying to work. I think that should be stalling, and there it is. Schneider agrees, calls a stalling on Sedlicek. He could get another stalling if he stays up there long enough. Nice work by Solomon. 10 seconds remaining here in period 2. It's 3-1. Strong shot. Let's see if Solomon can make this work. Nothing yet. Time's up. They did confirm that's a 2-point takedown for Sedlicek here right at the end of period number 2. He goes up 5-1.
It looked like Solomon was reaching a little too much there. You know, that's just experience thing.
Just experience, you're right. End of the period, you just got to escape. You're working hard. Just stay in a solid position there and don't give up a takedown right at the end of the period. He'll learn from that, though. Every match, he can learn from it. Nice follow. Hey, that's a second-year wrestler, third-year wrestler, following through on a nice Granby by Sedlicek. "20 seconds gone here in period 3. Sedlicek leading 5-1. All right, they're back neutral. Sedlicek gets 1 point escape. He leads 6-1. 30 seconds into period 3. Sedlicek with a nice snap down. Got Kai over to his belly and got that takedown. He's up by 7 now. Jeremy, what do you think? Do you tell him to let him go or let him work for a turn here?
Try for a little bit and cut him. I mean, he gets 2 seconds so far, so we're going to want to go for the big.
Yeah, he's up 8-1 right now. There's just under a minute left in period number 3. Looking over at the coaches, they're letting him work the top position.
Solomon already has 2 stalling calls on him.
Yeah, he does. So. Yep. Now they're telling him to cut him. There's 40 seconds left here in period 3. Here you just want to see Solomon stay in a real solid position. That's just a strong double leg by Sedlicek. Right to Solomon's back, but Solomon, strong job turning over and getting into that belly. It is 10-2 now. Sedlicek has the major decision. 15 seconds remaining in period 3. Let's see if Solomon can score here late in the period to keep it to a decision. Gets up to his feet. Sedlicek has a stall warning on. There's 7 seconds remaining here. Let's see if Solomon can get an escape and keep this to a decision. That'd be another small victory here, Jeremy. Solomon trying to sit out, switch there. Not able to make it happen, but hey, that's a solid match. 10-2. Sedlicek takes the major victory over Kai Solomon. Shakopee is going to go up 29-6 after 145 pounds.
At 152, for Shakopee, Jack Ferguson, and for Edina, Cooper Shilling.
We've got Cooper Shilling here at 152 pounds going against Jack Ferguson from Shakopee. Score of the duel now. Shakopee leads 29-6 over Edina. Quick takedown there by Ferguson. He goes up 2-0. Seconds gone here in the first period. You know, I like to see the fight that we've seen out of the Hornets, though, here, Jeremy.
Yeah, I did too.
You know, what we saw there in the last duel, Shakopee is wrestling Edina Prairie. Shakopee really got on a roll and just started racking up the pins. But, you know, Edina's kids are fighting hard. They're making Shakopee's guys work. Ferguson's got Shalene here pretty tight, though. That's minute 2 and gets the fall for Shakopee. They're going to go up 35-6 here after 152 pounds. £160. We got Riley Kern for Shakopee.
Edina, Joey Kepley.
Joey Tepley coming out for Edina at 160 pounds.
Yeah, and Riley Kern for Shakopee's ranked 7th in the state right now. Watched him against Eden Prairie. He looked very, very tough.
Yeah, he looked aggressive. You know, one thing you like to see, these we want our wrestlers to do this. These Shakopee wrestlers, they go right from a takedown looking for back points immediately. They don't waste any time. They can take you down straight to your back, that's one thing. But even if they don't get that, they're looking for a turn, a tilt.
And they're very active on top, which is probably why you're seeing more of our guys getting dinged for stalling because they're so active on top.
Kern up 5-0 here, 1 minute into period number 1. 3 more near fall. Kern leads 8-0. Got 56 seconds left here in period number 1. Kern going right from a chop into a tilt here. Definitely doing a nice job there, just fighting off his back and not giving up any near fall points. Kern still leads 8-0, 34 seconds left in period 1.
That's pretty tight, Ty.
Yeah, that's a tight arm bar right there by Kern. He gets the fall with 27 seconds remaining in period number 1. Shakopee is going to go up here 41-6. 170 pounds. We've got Lucina going out and taking a forfeit for Shakopee.
For Shakopee, Timothy Lucina. For Edina, forfeit.
I think this should be a good match, Ty.
Cole Sutrick for Shakopee. Now we got Brody Perry for the Hornets. Just a sophomore.
It's a step up in class for Brody, but Brody's tough and it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think Brody wrestled? Did he wrestle 160 pounds last year? So he jumped up 2 weight classes. I mean, that's a pretty big jump. 160 to 182. Athletic kid, as you said in that first broadcast. Football player, baseball player, multi-sport athlete. Sutrick does get the 2-point takedown. He leads 2-0, 30 seconds in here, period number 1. Shakopee leading the duel 47-6 right now. Hornets in action again on Saturday, just 2 days from now at the Monticello invite. That's a good tournament. All the kids can get experience. It's varsity and JV. Sutrick, straight to the back. 1 minute in. I looked away for a second, Jeremy. Did you see the move that he used?
Yeah, although I don't know what it's called. It was kind of a front head. And
Cement mixer type move?
No, he brought it kind of back over the top of himself.
Okay.
Rolled through it.
Sutrick picks up the fall there over Perry. Shakopee goes up 53-6 after 182 pounds.
At 195. For Shakopee, Luke Steinoff. For Edina, Charles Thorson.
All right, here we go. Thorson, one of the heroes of the last Edina match against Eden Prairie, picked up a pin at 220 pounds to seal the duel for Edina. He's coming in at 195 pounds here wrestling. He's wrestling Luke Steinhoff for Shakopee. Charlie's wrestling with a lot of confidence right now, Jeremy.
Yeah, he definitely is. So the switching Charlie's confidence was Johnson boots. I think he went 3-0. He looked really solid. He was battling some knee injuries to start the season. And just kind of moving really well.
He is.
Seems to be looking for a snap down front head cow catcher, maybe a spin behind.
Yeah, it certainly looks like he's trying to set that up. Staying in good position. I'd be willing to bet it sure looks like Steinhoff's probably a football player for Shakopee.
Shakopee have a pretty good football team this year.
I don't know. I think they did. Kind of how we talked about in that Eden Prairie match for Shakopee. They don't have a heavyweight, which is a little bit surprising. Obviously, they had a couple of strong kids in the Johnsons that recently graduated from Shakopee. They were just hammers up top for this program for years. I think they're out wrestling in college now. 7 seconds remaining here in period number 1. This is a quick first period. Good sprawl by Charlie. See if he can score. Close.
Yeah,
Close.
good first period.
Great first period. 0-0 after 1.
Todd, when I was growing up, I went to Chaska High School, and Shakopee was Chaska's rival. And so a lot of legendary guys that have passed through Shakopee, kind of led by a pretty well-known coach named Mike Farmer back in the day. You know that name at all?
Yep. I'm trying to remember. Do you know where Mike Farmer wrestled?
I don't.
I remember the last name, but certainly having a strong coach and a good program, and then this team is really just with that youth program, been consistently strong for many years now.
Yeah, they had a couple brothers named the Pond brothers back in the day.
Okay.
Who, really tough. And I think they transitioned to MMA after the high school wrestling.
Still,
it's a good back and forth match.
It is. We've got, even though there hasn't been a takedown yet, we've got some pretty good action. That's going to be... He did lock up a cradle, though. He's got that cradle. Let's see if Thorson can... There's 54 seconds left. Steinhoff does pick up the fall, gets that takedown, and goes right to a cradle. Close match right there. It really could have gone either way until he got that cradle locked up. Those guys look real evenly matched, and you get one
220.
You get one really good cradle or pinning combination, and it can end pretty quick. All right, here we go. 220 pounds. We've got Marcus Dortch-Staton for Shakopee, Camden Rhodes for Edina, 220 pounds. Cam, just another second-year wrestler here. He is getting his first experience, though, this season. He had an injury last season right at the beginning of the year. We were real excited to see him coming out for the wrestling team. Unfortunate injury where he didn't get to wrestle at all last year. So really, this is his first action wrestling at all. Real strong kid. These wrestlers. Camden Rhodes, takedown to his back. Oh, and he gets reversed from his back. George Staton with a reversal from his back to Rhodes' back. Oh, just that quick.
It could have gone either way.
It could have gone either way. It looks like Rhodes has him. Hey, you know what? He took advantage of a quick opportunity, nearly put him right to his back. He did have him on his back. Wow, that happened fast. And
for Shakopee, forfeit.
All right, and Falk takes a forfeit for the Hornets. That's gonna be the duel here. 65-12. Shakopee wins over Edina.
Thanks to all the Shakopee fans for tuning in today. Good luck down at the Christmas tournament. Hope you guys have some success down there. Have a good rest of the season. Hornet fans, thanks for tuning in. We're going to keep doing these broadcasts for home matches. Appreciate you tuning in to this feed. We'll get you guys